The Russian troops continue shelling the Luhansk region. Rubizhne and Popasna are under constant fire. The enemy is also trying to encircle Severodonetsk. More than 15,000 civilians remain in the town. Only 3 people were evacuated the day before.
The situation has become even worse. The regional center is being shelled chaotically by the Russians with heavy weapons, very loudly. The news is disappointing. They are trying to surround Severodonetsk, breaking through in different directions. Our defenders are holding them back and repulsing them. These hostilities are very close to the city. At night, shelling hits so heavily that houses burn down through the quarters.
One civilian was killed as a result of Russian shelling in the Donetsk region. Another 3 people were wounded. The occupiers are also attacking Mariupol. Russian troops violated the silence regime in the city and fired on the evacuation transport that was on its way to rescue civilians from Azovstal. 1 serviceman was killed, 6 people were wounded. Ukraine's defenders noted the enemy continues to violate all agreements and does not respect security guarantees during the evacuation of civilians. A number of missiles were also launched towards Odesa, but did not reach their targets. The air defense systems went them down. The city decided to impose a prolonged curfew from May 8th to May 10th. The Russian troops continue shelling the city of Kharkiv and the Kharkiv region. They hit the Kyivsky and Shevchenkivsky districts of Kharkiv and the North-Saltivka district. The Museum of Ukrainian philosopher and pedagogue Grigory Skovoroda was destroyed in the region. However, Ukraine's troops are going on a counterattack. The Ukrainian armed forces managed to take control of the villages of Oleksandrivka, Fedorovka, Ukrainka, Shestakova, Peremoha and part of a village of Cherkasky Tishki. The situation around Izium remains very tense. Also, during a special operation in the Kharkiv region, the Security Service of Ukraine took 11 enemy snipers captive.
У Харківській області в ході
In
спецоперації.
the Kharkiv region, 11 Russian snipers were taken captives during a special operation run by the Security Service of Ukraine. The captives were part of the so-called 115th Regiment of the DPR, which was firing on Ukrainian positions.
According to the General Staff, the enemy troops on the territory of Transnistria can attempt provocations at any time. They are now on full alert. The threat of a second offensive on Kyiv by the Russian occupiers also remains, but the authorities are ready for different scenarios. Alexander Pavlyuk, head of the Kyiv Regional Military Administration, said,
The danger always remains, because without capturing the capital, there will never be a complete victory over Ukraine. Therefore, if the complete destruction of Ukraine remains in Russia's plans, as it always has been, and as long as Russia continues to exist, the heart of Ukraine, Kyiv, will be a target. Alexander Pavlyuk, head of the Kyiv Regional Military Administration.
Demining continues in the Kyiv region. Specialists have already deactivated about 30,000 explosive objects. In addition, damages continue to be calculated. Thus, the infrastructure losses in the village of Moshchun near Kyiv, which is called the outpost of the enemy's way to the Ukraine's capital, exceeded 1 billion hryvnias. Meanwhile, the sowing campaign continues in Ukraine. The main crops have already been sown on half of the plant areas. It is more than 7 million hectares. Reported by Roman Smoler, Mariana Krejcik, UATV News.